Speaking as a black man from America, which is a racist society. No matter how much you hear us talk about democracy, it's as racist as South Africa, or as racist as Portugal, or as racist as any other racialist society on this earth. The only difference between it and South Africa preaches separation in practice.
It's Juneteenth, everybody. Well, the week of, you know what's up. We mad cozy right now. Ain't no green screen. This is my shit. I live here. This is my crib. Y'all get to see a little bit of what my atmosphere is like. I'm just doing my thing cozy in my own habitat, alright? It's gonna be a little dark, a little bit downish with this episode, but you know what it is, man. We make something out of nothing. We've been doing it. We always striving and surviving. This week, y'all, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I'm gonna really need y'all to like, subscribe, and definitely share. And this is not because I want the views or whatever. It's because I need this message to get the fuck out. Like real shit. This is probably one of the most hardest and epic episodes I'm gonna ever drop on y'all. And we're gonna get into the top 12 ways to die while being black in America. You know what it is. Everybody can't go, but on this episode, everybody going. So I'm gonna give y'all some of the honorables as follows. Keep up, alright? Mike Brown, Dante Wright, Botham Jean, Elijah McClain, Akai Gurley, Alton Sterling, Eric Gardner, Natasha Harlan, Black Wall Street, Malcolm X, Huey P. Newton, Bob Marley, Emmett Till, Central Park 5, Jacob Blake, Philando Castile, Freddie Gray, Walter Wallace, David McAtee, and Walter Scott. You know what the vibe is with all the racism, the discrimination, the unjust acts, prejudice, anything that you could think of when it comes to our history and what goes on with us. You know what I mean? The list is OD long. Said, you know what I mean? Those are some of the people that actually sparked up a moment or was really influential in our history when it comes to this. Just a small blip on the radar. I'll keep it a stack. This list is a small blip because we know the vibe. Let's get into this list, y'all. Number 12, KALIEF BROWDER. Now, this young man, rest his soul, he committed suicide because obviously he was wrongfully accused of a crime he did not commit. And because of our fucked up prison reform and the way this shit goes down, they held him down for 3 years before he can even see a judge. You understand what I'm saying? And by the time he got out, he was already institutionalized and he couldn't even understand how to function in society. Mental health is a big deal and a very unspoken subject in the black community, which we as black people, or we as people in general, need to really hone in on and take accountability for and actually talk about it. Fellas, find a focus group, talk to your homies. If it's just y'all on the stoop, if it's just y'all on the milk crates, if it's y'all on the cars, if it's just y'all in the gym, talk your shit out with each other. You know what I'm saying? And you guys, if you can't afford mental health help, talk amongst each other. You know what I mean? Help each other through this shit. Call your mans, check on your homegirls, check on your mothers, everybody. See who's not doing well, because even the strongest suppress that shit. And that shit shouldn't be so taboo in the black community. Dead serious. Let me get to number 11 for y'all right quick. Sandra Bland. Now listen, this strong queen, she was so militant about hers, and she knew her law more than a lot of women do, more than a lot of men do at this point. She knew the law and she knew what was up, and she died in the hands of the law, the people who were supposed to serve and protect her. She was probably, definitely, in my opinion, wrongfully arrested as usual, but because she knew so much about this crooked ass town, they took her ass out and they tried to cover it up. And still to this day, no one's been arrested or charged or convicted for that murder. Regular shit. Ain't nothing new. Number 10, Sean Bell. Now, Sean Bell, shout out to Big Queens, man. Southside Zone, Sean Bell. My man got killed the day before he was supposed to get married. He was leaving the strip club from having a good old time from his last day of being single before he was supposed to turn himself in. And he walked out the strip club and was hit with a barrage of bullets by the police. 50 bullets to be exact. You understand? For just walking outside the club. He didn't do nothing. And of course, NYPD that is, covered it up, said it was an accident, and what? Gave a couple million to his family, and then just said, hey, sorry, and gave him a street. But we can't get that back. So what we supposed to do? Just celebrate with murals and streets all the time? That shit don't add up, man. Because you know how much times I will see on TV a white person or any other person outside of color sit back, go ballistic on the officers, and they figure out every single tactic to defuse the situation. When it comes to us, they just scared. I'm sick and tired of this world hating us because they ain't us. That shit. Number 9, AHMAUD Arbery. Yo, my man, he was killed by white neighbors because he was jogging in his neighborhood. Now, what's crazy, whether he was in his neighborhood or not, I'm not too sure, but I believe he was in his neighborhood. What's crazy about it is, how do you find this man to be a threat with jogging clothes on and AirPods? To this day, there still hasn't been a conviction for these two. I think it was a father and son who took him out. And that's nuts to me. It was on camera. They filmed this shit. You know what I mean? They hunted son down like he was game animal. Like when last year was happening, I know we want to try to like erase 2020, but nah, I'm not here for that. I'm gonna make sure 2020 stays relevant. You know what I mean? Relevant television, people. When you sit back and you think about all the uprising that was going on, like, yo, a lot of it was just some capitalist agendas so we can just have a reason to like have a moment, market some new t-shirts so we can sell this for somebody's charity and then benefit to this beneficial, like, you know, organization or some random GoFundMe. Nah, B. This shit is real life. People do not deserve to die because of who we are. My son was jogging. Hopefully, this family gets to see these two brought to justice and they can have some closure, because that shit is whack, my nigga. But again, it is what it is when you black in America, right? Number 8, AMADOU DIALLO, 41 shots for reaching for his wallet. His wallet. You asked this man for his ID. He said, okay, let me get my wallet. Reaches for the wallet. Oh my God, he has a gun. And y'all pop him. Where was the put the gun down? Where was the put your hands up? Where was any of that? Why did he even go this far? You understand what I'm saying? You know when you watch those movies where it's like all we ever get is like slave movies or like some random like, you know, Black history moment in film in Hollywood, and when we leave we mad pissed off, and then the white people that went to go see the movie is like mad guilty and ashamed. This is one of these moments. Like, I'm having that moment right now. Fire a shot to the leg. Like, I could survive that. Shout out to NYPD. Fucking clowns. Biggest gang in America. It's true. You know they're not like considered like, I mean, a police unit. You know they're considered like paramilitary. That's like basically like a mini version of the military. Crazy. Number 7, Breonna Taylor. This young lady was asleep in her bed. Sleeping. She didn't even know what was going on. The last thing she probably did was say her prayers before she went to bed. You know the whole, before I lay me down and sleep, I pray to the Lord, my soul to keep. Well, the Lord did definitely take her soul, because he needed her more than we did down here. But the sad part is the way she went out. I don't even want to discuss it anymore. And real talk, that prick ass governor that's down there, you can go ahead and fuck yourself, my G. Real shit. Cause I hate black people who are a bunch of house niggas who act like they ain't never drank no Kool-Aid before and act like they was already born with a silver spoon in their mouth. Whether you was born in a generation that got you the spoon in your mouth, my nigga, your peoples was suffering before that spoon got available. Number 6, TAMIR Rice, a 12-year-old African-American kid from Cleveland, Ohio, killed for having a toy gun in the park. In the park. Yo, whether he had a gun or not, I ain't even tripping on that. But he had a toy gun, let's be clear. It was a toy gun. But he's 12 years old. You police officers are grown ass men. If you can't go ahead and maintain a 12-year-old, which is really just walking up to him and just draping him up and say, yo, what you doing? Even that's gonna shake him up. But at the same time, he's 12. He's no threat to nobody. that gun, that whole mentality, I gotta get home to my kids. Well, that kid ain't get home to his mom's or his dad because y'all ain't do your job right. Typical shit. So now y'all threatened by little ones as well as everybody else. So the kids are scary to y'all as well as adults. Heard you. Got it. Number 5. Trayvon Martin was killed by some bitch ass nigga who was doing some neighborhood watch shit. Some vigilante that took the law into his own hands. And all my son went to the store for was an Arizona iced tea and a bag of Skittles. And he was walking back home in Orlando, Florida, in a complex that he lived in, wearing a hoodie because it was late at night and it was probably chilly at night. He gave the beats to this fat, overweight white man who couldn't handle him, and because that white man was getting washed up, that white man took his life. He got off. Typical. That's what happens, you know what I mean? Like self-defense, he was defending himself or whatever the case may be. Whatever. I'm talking to the streets now. To have everybody out here govern themselves like, nah, son took my bread, he gotta pay, he gotta give me my shit back. Son did this, he got this, that. Zimmerman is still walking and he's taunting and he still gets off for talking about how he got off for that murder. And he's good out here in these streets. I'm not trying to insinuate anything, Lord knows, but yo, we out here taking out our own selves. They willing to go out for this. I'm just saying. I'm just a messenger. Number 4, YUSEF HAWKINS. He died in Bensonhurst, Brooklyn, by some Italians. Yo, Italians, I got no beef with y'all, you know what I mean? Because ironically, I'm Jamaican. And I feel like we have similarities, but the only difference is that we're from the Caribbean and y'all are from Europe. Now, when I say similarities, we both rule, we got dope food, our women is amazing, and everyone wants to visit us for some leisure. Big facts. Italians, they police their own, they run their own neighborhood, and YUSEF HAWKINS, you know, he was just victim to the circumstance, you know what I'm saying? Like Bensonhurst, Staten Island, the Italians, they don't play that shit. When they don't want you in their town, they don't want you in their town. That don't justify the shit though. Our culture moves their lifestyle, especially now more than ever. I'm keeping it tall. You know what I mean? So, yeah, later on, Italians are now, most are allies, not all, you know what I mean? Because you know there's some closet racists out there. And in Long Island, heavy. You know what I'm saying? But, Merrick, Freeport, I'm gonna let y'all live for now. I ain't coming at y'all, but I'm letting you know you are on our scopes and we see what's going on. But YUSEF HAWKINS died because he was just a black man in the wrong neighborhood. That's happened tons of times to many black men. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't even talking about the South. I'm talking about everywhere else in general too. Rest in peace, YUSEF HAWKINS. Number 3, Nipsey HUSSLE. Nipsey HUSSLE died by the hands of us, which is typical and what everybody from the other side wants us to do. When we do the job easier, that's nothing but a round of applause for them and a pat on the back. Way to go, guys. Take out your martyrs, take out your greats. I don't understand why we can't be praised and embraced in our home and protected in our own neighborhoods by us. A hustler can sit back and see promise in a basketball player and make sure that nigga go to the league. Rapping is probably like the most dangerous occupation in the world, I think, right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you a rapper, you might not even have no ops. You just creating it because that's what you need to have. Stop doing that shit. Don't bring that energy to yourself. All that jealousy shit, as grown as we are, black men, we can discuss this shit. There's 6 degrees of separation between everybody. We can call each other or call another nigga to get to another nigga to get to the nigga that you need to talk to. Like, yo, my nigga was talking wild crazy the other day, boy. What's this about? And talk that shit out. Matter of fact, and if you guys agree to disagree, yo, you wanna shoot the 5? You want the fade? We could just do that. And we could put the gloves on, or we could just throw the beats on each other and get it over with and move on. And 9 times out of 10, y'all probably gonna shake each other's hands after this shit. Or see each other later down the line and be like, yo, what's up? Everything good? And laugh about this shit. Cause all that enemy of an enemy is my friends, that shit's corny. That jealousy shit, that shit's corny. He took my bitch that was never your bitch. It was just your turn. Get over it. Yo, Ryan, I love that line. Thank you so much. We gotta stop that shit. Cause Nipsey ain't have to die over no punk ass shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. He was good. He was a good one. One of the best. And he was way ahead of his time. And we took him away from us. We took him away from us. Stupid ass jealousy shit. Make me sick. Number 2, George Floyd. What did his daughter say? Daddy changed the world? Yes, baby girl, your daddy changed the fucking world. George Floyd was killed by Derek Chauvin while this man had his knee on his back for 9 minutes and 29 seconds. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Them other officers that watched that man kneel on him is just as guilty and need to be accountable as well. Because those motherfuckers is pricks. But ironically and sadly, George Floyd's death sparked up a movement that was epic for 2020. You know what I mean? It was global. Had people in UK marching, had people in Toronto marching, had everybody just voicing their opinions. But at the same time, I don't think we don't know. Some people was just doing this shit for their photo opportunities. I'm out protesting, making signs because they just wanted to look good and see like they was doing something for the cause. I ain't gonna hold you. We all did it, right? Because we was all fed up, right? Don't let this shit just die down. Juneteenth is something that we need to embrace and actually cherish. Stop the nonsense. This generation is way more official than my generation. I'm gonna keep it 100. They with the shits. They burning shit. They breaking in shit, looting shit. Like, fuck all them stores and everything. I don't care, they can get it back. These lives ain't coming back. And that's the point. I'm not trying to incite nothing. I'm just trying to enlighten y'all to what's really good, man. I can't be the one to change shit, but maybe this video might be able to just keep y'all abreast of things. Don't let these motherfucking people erase history books, take shit out, edit shit, omit shit. That shit is not it. Educate your household, your kids. Everybody needs to know what's up. Get with it. Elect the right officials. Vote. Do what you gotta do. And share this video, man. This is not a joke. With that being said, I'm getting into number 1, the Honorable Chief Fred Hampton. This young man was a part of a movement known as the Black Panther Party. As you can see, body seal on my shit. You know what I mean? But he was a part of the Black Panther Party. They were a part of the Black Panther Party that provided and actually to this day created free lunch programs. Free lunch was non-existent until they came around. And all they wanted to do was just unify the communities and police themselves, because half the things that the police do, they shouldn't be doing. You can call the ambulance for certain people because some people are EDP, which is mostly disturbed person. And that's the acronym that police officers say to somebody who's mentally disturbed. So a lot of the times we're calling them for no reason, and they don't know how to de-escalate, and half the time they just reaching for their gun and doing what they gotta do when they don't have to. Black Panthers was trying to just do their own thing and police their own neighborhoods for themselves. Because you can go to certain communities and they have their own police force because they pay the police department to have that police force in their neighborhoods. So with that being said, that's what the Black Panthers was about. They knew their laws, they knew their history, they knew everything that they needed to know, and they handled their business. But, you know, the governments looked at them as a threat, and ironically, Chief Fred Hampton was one of those people, and he got killed in his sleep as well, while laying next to his pregnant wife. And the number one way to die as a black person in America, and if I ever was wrong, trust me, Google it, people, is doing exactly what I'm doing right now. Inside your own home. Inside your own home. They'll burn your shit down. They'll kick your door in and shoot you. They will definitely bust through your windows and assassinate you. They will do whatever it takes. Blow your crib up, whatever it takes to do what they gotta do to get you in your own home. Embrace Juneteenth. Make sure that you understand your laws, teach your kids the laws, know your rights, vote, get the proper legislations, the proper rules, and the proper tactics that you gotta do to just elevate the community. And OGs out there, if you know what's going on in your town and you're not liking it, get to them young boys and talk to them. Sit them down. It's okay. We all had somebody that took us under the wing. We all got young bulls. We all got young sis. Everybody got somebody that's coming up. Look out for that town. Look out for your town. We all know the outcome that they want us to have, which is dead or in jail. Right now we have a cycle and we got a whole nother vibe with getting a lot of money out here. Use it wisely. Shop within your neighborhoods. Keep everything rocking. Keep it in the circle. There's a lot of people getting money out here. There's a lot of people that providing the right means to get generational wealth. So if you know somebody with candles, you know somebody with fucking tomato sauces or fucking t-shirt line, a fucking hat line, a clothing line, jewelry line, soap line, they got their own water, whatever. If you know an all black gas station, put me on. Whatever you got to do to just make sure that we elevate as a people, you do so. I know I always got jokes and everything is fun every week, and I love y'all for tuning in, but sometimes the shit that we go through, the PTSD that we dealing with to this date is not a joke. Thanks for watching Don's Dozens. I'm gonna get the hell up out of here. I'm enjoying Juneteenth. Y'all should enjoy Juneteenth. And if you got a barbecue that I need to pull up to, shoot the address in the DM. I'm pulling up. That's a big fact.